last time on the Reclamation, the party tied up some loose ends in taking care of the creature that is in the astral prison. Taking its loot as their own, the party then went on a month-long training spree where we got to see the characters develop themselves. Where we saw Sabas giving in to the power of the goddess and forsaking his power from his demonic patron. Saren doubling down in finding his path of divinity. Dubbager lurking in the shadows and making traps in his free time. Maelthorin locking himself in his room and keeping to his books and to his studies. And Balasar going back home and exploring, increasing his survivability. Now, after a month, the party reconvenes and is ready to set out on their next journey.
That's not right. That's not right. That looks gnarly.
It was an accident. It was on purpose, but it wasn't really meant to be on.
Hurting like a son of a bitch. Let me tell you what.
Maelthorin is tired of taking shrooms.
Force a fucking squirrel. A squirrel.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, Timmy's mom.
I
turned the computer on. What's up?
Timmy's mom's hot.
So we come back here on Ave 6, the day right before the boat takes off for Galebank. You guys reconvene after being separated for a month for your training. You guys all come back, and as a little note for everybody except for Balasar, because I've already let Caleb know, for clearing out the threats in the astral prison, you all get 7,500 gold pieces.
7,500?
7,500 each.
Oh, I already have that much.
I might have put it in there for you when we were talking last week.
Thanks, Boo.
7,500 gold pieces? Golly!
Can I get that in violet coin?
We said each, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys are getting to guys are getting to that point where equipment is going to be costing about a good chunk of change.
Can I give them an arm or a leg instead?
I had 0 money on the sheet.
double?
I only had like 100 gold pieces or something. I had.
Let me look at your old character sheet. Your old character sheet has 1,200.
I ain't no fucking gold than I get.
We reconvene back at the Serpent's Fang Inn and Tavern, where you guys come back together, and you guys have a day to kind of catch up and hang out before you guys head on the ship.
The ship.
Any changes in character descriptions in this past month?
I think if Saren was doing a lot of temple activity, I would like to think that they have a uniform, quote unquote, or like a color scheme that they're like, could you please just look like you're supposed to be here? So out of respect, I can imagine that whatever their color scheme was, if it was like a white and gold, that Saren tried his best to find something similar. But still, the chainmail is nice. You know what I mean?
Sabas. It's almost hard to tell that it is Sabas aside from his kind of growly voice. His
Your voice of his.
his mithril breastplate has gone from like the normal light blue tinge to almost like a solemn black. It's a very like dark gray with small little white outline dots that are sprouted across of it. So that way it almost looks like the night sky. In complete contrast is on his right arm. It is entirely red, where you see a design of his goddess just iterated all the way across his right arm. And on his left arm, not red, but still, once again, an entire portrait, but this of a smattering of different faces, including one of which you have seen before, which is his best friend, who's perished. His skin tone, which was kind of like a pretty clear green before, has also grayed out. It's still green, but it's like has noticeably faded to like a more grayish green color in tone. And lastly, replacing his kind of like one crossbow and one dagger in the hand, or one free hand, is now just a 8. Well, I don't know if it's 8 foot. How tall are great axes generally? Like 5, 6 feet? They're pretty big.
Yeah.
2-sided great axe. That is marked up with some sort of runes signifying it's enchanted.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
You know, the do you want to go into the detail of the tattoo, like the in-game mechanic?
Hey, show off the ink, bro. Come on.
Maybe we'll
Okay.
be a little shy about it. But it is
Hey, yo,
it is
drip
noticed.
check. Drip
It is
check.
it is noticeably, like, if you were to look at it and like, that looks unique, where it's almost encased in magic. The right arm tattoo.
Yeah, I'll go. So guys, originally like it was kind of dark red, purpley. I stroll up with like everything's just it's gone mostly black, deep purples around. Kind of like removed a lot of the red. I'm still more. I say even my face has gotten a little darker. It seems like my eyes have gotten darker. And then it like everything around me feels cold because I've been trying to do like more necromancy stuff while I was gone. I just kind of give off like kind of like a cold like essence, right? Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be a whole lot. It's been a month, right? Like, not everybody had a complete character shift, right?
True.
And if you don't have any character detail upgrades, then that's totally fine too. Like, again, it's just been a month.
I would say
Like
that.
Dubbager, all he did. I mean, he's already looked and couldn't find any information about his family and stuff, so he just stayed around the Serpent's Fang and
Man, that sounds amazing.
didn't do a whole lot.
You just partied up for the past month without us.
Not really partying.
Well, I guess
just
y'all were still
honing my
pretty good.
skills.
That's fun. I'd say Balasar has
I'm sure with
some,
this much gold, I would have looked for a magical armor, though.
Can you do that in retro?
Yeah, we'll go through that.
My stuff looks the same. I just got some like extra new scratches and cuts in my armor. My breastplate has maybe like an extra bump or two than it used to. Might be a little scratched up on the face and whatnot, but for the most part, I'm staying the same.
You guys are all at the table. You got some food and drink, and this moment is currently yours.
Cool. Can I bring to the table some like preserved like axe beak legs just for the table? to share with the group.
To eat?
Yeah.
Yum.
I don't know, you can do whatever you want with it. Play with it. Hit Maelthorin with it. I don't know.
Well,
Sort of flicks one in that direction.
I'll take a nom at it. Take a piece.
Take a nap.
You want it?
It's a bit gamey.
Gamey, but it's good. So glad to see you guys, though. It's been so boring here by myself. Not much activity going on.
Have you seen any good plays lately?
No, last play I saw was so terrible it just killed my desire to even watch the play anymore.
I mean, that was your opinion, but I'm just curious. You don't gotta drag down my good time.
It's like your opinion, man.
4 out of 5 think it was bad. You're just a weird tomato liker.
Is that a slur or what?
Yeah, it felt a little pointed.
Yeah,
Whoa, yeah.
It felt personal.
We've been gone. We haven't seen each other for a month. You're gonna come at me like that? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm not coming at you. I'm just
What did he say?
What did he
Call me a
Ayo?
tomato liker, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
Laker.
Liker, yeah.
Pickle you, kumquat.
Well, you know, they used to throw tomatoes at bad shows, and
But I agree. I miss all of you too. It's been a long month. I've missed your company.
I'd say I appreciated the silence for a couple days, but after a while it got boring.
How much of the others in Violet Hall did we interact at all?
Yeah, because didn't the 4 of you stay?
Well, I mean, that was kind of up to you. I know it started off with the temple in Violet Hall is where Sabas and Saren went first. And then afterwards,
just,
you know,
hit
like
the books too
Sabas, you know, probably made his way over to Skull to do some training with his new mastery of his new kit. Saren could have definitely done the same and follow suit, or stay and do more of the temple, you know, worship. Maelthorin did say that he was locked in his room reading books the entire time. Dubbager was around the entire town, you know, training his sneakiness in the alleyways of Violet Hall.
I like to imagine that when we made dinner back at home, we would leave a plate in front of Maelthorin's door, and it would end up empty the next day.
Yes, I did appreciate whoever did that.
It's like a pouting teenager. Where you, I don't want to eat downstairs with you guys. I'm trying to study my necromancy.
My necromancy. Fine, I'll go to my room with my books and my necro.
And Sally understands me. You guys don't get me.
Her name is Susie. Of course you wouldn't know that. You never listen to me.
Oh my god.
Why are you yelling?
And at that point, you guys hear a voice as lively as ever, and you guys look to see Lord Carvin.
Ayo.
hey, Car.
Greetings.
And he puts his hand on both Sabas's and Balasar's. Like, well, it's good to see you guys back in our lovely town. It's good to see that your training looks like it paid off a bit. I was able to see most of them out and about throughout the last month, and Maelthorin off in his studies, so I didn't get to see him as much as the other two, but it is good to see you all back in good health and seem, especially like gets a keen look over at you, Sabas, is like, and with a few new tricks as it may seem.
You
The
and your
only
tricks.
only new trick I have is the strengthening of my vengeance to slay those who have betrayed my goddess.
Yeah.
I just got a new cut from that edge, just right there.
If
It goes
words-
so hard.
God, he's so cool. Fuck.
Well,
I'm
the
just
plan
joking, that's
is
pretty fucking cool.
for you guys to meet with the rest of the crew and sail out tomorrow. There will be 5 others accompany you, making a total of 10 aboard this ship.
Who were the 5 others?
Oh, he pulls out a scroll and he's like, "Oh, my apologies. It's 7 other people, making a total of 12 on your ride. You have Captain Douglas and Vice Captain Jerome, along with their mates Nico, Flan, Chal, and Umbrick. And a last-minute addition to the list, it seems one of the goblins from that underground village wanted to make his way out and about.
Let's go. Oh, is it our favorite?
Yeah,
He said his name was Goblin, and he wouldn't specify.
Okay, fair.
He was being specific enough. How many? Was he wearing hats? Any hats?
He did say that if he completed this journey, he would get a significant amount of hats out of this. Yes.
What? Okay.
I guess exploring the world and crossing the sea is pretty big for these goblins.
I mean, yeah, for someone who's
They've been underground for a very long time. But he had a couple of very full sacks with him.
Whoa. DMI.
I was talking about the potatoes. We made sure to inspect them. We didn't want any, anything to come into my
They weren't
town.
the explosive ones, are they?
There's explosive ones?
Oh boy.
He's
boy.
in jest. He said that in jest.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully our ship won't blow up.
I hope he's got more night vision ones.
As long as they're not in danger, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just don't give him a reason to use his potatoes. That's all we're saying.
No, don't take them to the taverns. They fist fight, they might explode.
Why would you fist fight a potato?
You fist fight the goblin, and the goblin would use the potato that would explode.
Yep.
I'm glad to know that none of the people inspecting them blew up, so that's a plus.
That's exciting, though. I love those goblins.
Oh, yeah.
None of those potatoes make you feel funny inside.
And also makes someone
that.
be able to see in the dark.
I'll tell you what. Magical potatoes.
They did say over in Pondashali that they were trying to set up a little trade with them to get some magical potatoes. I did not know what they meant, but they literally meant magical. Yeah?
Yeah.
Have the goblins set up a shop here? Or is that just the one
He
lone
is the
goblin
first
from-
one that I have laid eyes on. Ever. I've read so many stories as a child about goblins. I was expecting them to come in, sharp teeth, and start killing people. He was the friendliest guy I think I've met since, well, you guys, really.
They're pretty nice.
They're not that
Just
good.
don't
They're
challenge the authority of the leader.
Yeah,
Just
don't
put it
do
out
that.
there. Don't do that.
You could.
Don't
I
pull
did.
Sabas. And almost kill the leader.
I didn't kill him. I just simply maimed his arm.
I said almost.
Did this goblin have 2 arms?
He did, yes.
Okay.
I think we'd fix that. I can't remember.
I don't
You
remember.
bandaged it up. You did what you could.
Sounds like
Hey,
it.
Stumpy.
But they don't hold a grudge. I will give them that.
He's like, well, I just wanted to make sure I could catch you guys before you head off. I figured you'd be here. So that is all that I have. If you need me before you leave, let me know. I'll be I'll be over there. And then he starts walking to the bar and he starts conversing with the dwarf bar owner.
He probably gets a good discount here.
Considering he governs the city, yeah, I'm sure.
You know,
He
he might
sets
be
the
one of
taxes.
those leaders that likes to support local business and pay full price.
I mean, he gets it back in his taxes, but sure.
Let him have it.
We have taxes?
Wait, you pay those?
I've been sitting in my room for like a month. I didn't realize we were paying taxes.
Well, I mean, the business
if you're not buying anything,
charge.
yeah.
The businesses charge extra to account for taxes they have to pay.
And we don't have income tax. We're kind of just freelancers.
We just spend an exorbitant amount of time explaining taxes to Maelthorin.
We're gonna get you hooked on phonics.
I have 7,500 gold. All
Do you
right.
have a 401k gold plan?
Where am I putting that? In the Roth or the traditional? I'm confused.
No, it's the goth. It's the gold over the time health. Yeah, it's a whole system. You get yourself with a gold accountant at the bank, and you'll want the really old crotchety ones, the ones that have done it forever, because they'll give you all the good tips.
Listen, the only
Don't
job.
ever, and whatever you do, don't put it in the investments. Don't do it. Okay, you'll lose it all. It'll go into a potion making steam, and it'll be gone. Okay.
A potion making scheme. Is that a Ponzi scheme joke?
So Goblin's been my financial assistant. Should I talk to someone else? You think?
Why would
Listen,
you
man,
give your
the
money to
only
goblins?
goths I care about are the
Goblin
big titty
said
ones.
he knew. He was like, you put your money here, and then I go find another person, and that person goes find another person, and eventually, it's not a pyramid. You start here, and I make a person and a person and a person, and oh shit, that's a.
Oh man.
It's not a pyramid, it's a
I just
triangle.
want you to know these goblins that you just gave all your money to have been for generations underground in a solitude ecosystem where they've only been off of each other.
Is
Socialism?
Goblin still here?
Is that goblins?
I need to talk to Goblin. I need to put it in. He said
New
Goblin
point four.
coin. He
Don't
said
give him money
Goblin
to
coin
Maelthorin.
is the next currency. Is what he kept telling me. Goblin coin is gonna hit the moon. To the moon, they said.
I think he meant he was going to be gobbling your coins.
Oh man.
Hey, yo.
He was like, and then when it went down, he was like, "You need to have that smelter hands." Anyway, I need to talk to Goblin. Is he still around?
I mean, he's going to be on a boat, so I don't think he's going to get too far.
Which goblin though?
That's the problem. They said they'd get a goblin, and then they'd get another goblin into it, and then another goblin into it, and that's I don't know which goblin has my money. I have like 1,000 goblin coins. Means something, right?
I think it's
Sure.
a good investment. Those goblins are trustworthy.
The problem is I don't know how to like pay with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know how to. If I give someone a goblin coin, they look at it, they're like, "What is this?"
Yeah, this place doesn't even Apple
Well,
Pay yet.
In all reality, as long as it's gold and it's the right weight, they won't care.
Well, it's not gold. It's a goblin coin.
What's
What?
the
Actually,
name?
just
It's
a
like-
picture
It's
drawn
like
by
a
a goblin.
scroll. It's like a scroll, right? That actually tells me how many people have owned
Terribly.
it from A to B to C to D. Like I can trace this goblin coin from existence. I just don't know how to pay money with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was taken advantage of. I feel like this goblin took advantage of me. Is what I'm saying.
Maelthorin,
I think I found it.
give
Does
me...
it look like that?
You know what?
Oh no. I'm gonna lose. Yes, goblin coin. That's what it was.
Not coin.
Love it. I feel like I got way too into this, and the DM is gonna make me lose some money right now. All right, here we go.
Nope.
It's
I'm
just
not
a
gonna
gamble,
make...
bro.
Nope. I have a better idea. Give me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, or sorry, a Constitution check at disadvantage.
Poor
I
scrawny
love this
wizard.
going.
I'm sure his con's great.
10.
You guys look at Maelthorin after this month of being locked in his room reading books. He might have went a little insane and just made up an entire month's worth of living and investing into a made-up currency that's never existed and probably never will, because these goblins have worse intelligence than most people. As he pulls out a scroll to try to tell you about Goblin Coin and how he can trace it, the scroll is empty.
Oh,
That's
Guys,
Awesome.
seriously. All right, guys, look at this. All right, just look at it, man. It's like you can see that the king of fucking the king. You see the king's name there?
the king
You
of
see it?
fucking.
You see
Uh-huh.
the king of Davonmere is right there. Right there. That's his name. And he had so much, right? You could tell because like this block, and I'm calling them blocks. I don't know where I got that from, but I'm calling them blocks. Anyway, we are chained. Okay, we're like chained to the next transaction. Okay, you see that was like the king of Carnavia. Okay, I don't know when, the king of Carnavia that existed, when this existed. You know what I'm saying? When this started, like way back when. Anyway, so now I'm down here at the bottom. See here, like you see, like we're up. You're talking about up here. I'm down here at the bottom.
I need a beer. I go to the tavern.
Can we get more?
I like
I think he needs
slowly
a-
just go to touch his head to lay hands.
More drinks get
If this
brought
doesn't
out.
stop after 5
we need
minutes,
more
I cast
drinks.
whole person on
Definitely.
him.
I'm telling you guys, it's a great idea.
Does
We
Maelthorn
should
just
all
like,
get in on this.
look like
That's all I'm
Charlie
saying.
Day
We should
from that
all
one
get in
meme?
on this. You share. It's the current gold is going away. We know it's going away. All right. Goblin coin.
Hey.
Just saying.
Maelthorin,
What's up?
here, have this drink.
Oh, thank you.
Imagine if this makes it worse.
Down the
It-
hatch.
It goes into nighttime after, a good meal, a couple of drinks. Maelthorin, you realize that you're crazy. It's a realization when you try to like plan out your next step for Goblin Coin and you realize that there's nothing that has or ever will be written, and you haven't lost or gained any money since you locked yourself in your room.
Bullshit. This fucking crap.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm sorry you had to learn this way, but as soon as you started arguing with that 13-year-old human kid, and you realized he had a point, and how the chains they don't link because it doesn't. Listen. I'm sorry he beat you in elementary math. It's okay. You always have Suzanne. She'll be there for you. You can use her fingers. Why don't you come cast some magic spells? Why don't we go sling some spells at some cloth dummies? You can get your anger out.
I'm so happy you said her name right this time.
I was guessing.
I put my arm over him and we walk to go sling some magic at some dummies.
It'll be okay, buddy. It'll be okay.
Thank you.
Could be okay, big cat.
I cast I cast Mage Hand to wipe the tears away from my eyes.
Mage Hand
It's actually kind of
being
beautiful.
a
So very success.
ethereal hand does not actually wipe away his tears.
Oh, that's true.
Can at least act like it's trying to.
It's trying. It's doing its best, but you still see just a straight line.
It's kind of
That's
sad.
actually, I think that's even better. The fact that it's still crying, I'm casting it to wipe it, and it's not working. That's even better. I think. I forgot. I was like back and forth. Should I chill? I'm gonna chill touch it and make them like freeze, and then they break off, or I'm gonna Mage Hand be funnier.
Can the mage hand hold the tissue and then hold that tissue to his face?
Technically, that's
Interesting.
actually, I
Yeah.
believe that's possible.
Mage hand grabs like 10 pounds of tissue. How much can it hold?
That's literally the
It's a-
exact amount of tissues it can hold.
Giggling
For
too much.
a couple of you, this is the first time in a month or so since you have last slept in your own bed.
Oh,
And what a good night of sleep it is.
I fucking hate camping.
Knowing
It just
knowing
sucks.
knowing that you're going to be on a boat for the next 2 weeks. Getting as much rest as you can. And you all wake up the next morning fully rested and ready for your trip to Galebank, where many threads lead, but also a new place to explore. How exciting!
Scary.
I'm so
You guys
excited.
make your way to the dock where you see a giant crowd of people, all there to see you guys off. There
That's very
are, respectively, you see each town leader. You have Ogrubum, Folthrin, Saren, your whole family's here. Nira, Roland, everybody from Astrofeld that is important is here, I should say. Donde, Lord Carvin, they're all here to see you guys off. And you guys meet with the crew, with outside of Goblin, kind of self-explanatory, if you ask me. He's a goblin.
Yep, there's a goblin.
You see that Douglas is a about 6.5 foot tall human with curly brown hair and yellow eyes. A little bit of a darker complexion, as he's been out on the sea for quite some time, and he's just baked in the sun. You see he kind of dons a tricorn hat and like a nice pirate captain, like fit. You see that next to the ship wheel, there's like a compass and all that. You see Jerome is a 4 foot or 3'6" halfling, who has a short sword strapped to his back, as well as a couple of daggers on the sides. He's just in a nice little shirt, a long sleeve shirt. He himself has longer orange hair and like a dark blue eyes. Nico is going to be a 5 foot, 5.5 foot tall half elf. Pretty pale to the skin. You can tell that Nico definitely burns more than tans.
Poor guy.
Straight, pure white hair, and black eyes. So then there's Flaun. She is a 6 foot tall human, very broad shoulders, very muscular. Like, she looks like she could take Balasar in an arm wrestle. And, biceps the size of Maelthorin's waist.
Jeez.
Wow.
Maelthorin is apple skinny.
Damn.
You see that she has, like, magic runes, like, etched into her skin. And she has, like, a shorter cut of hair. I'd say about down to right above the shoulders. Her hair is curly and it's like a dirty blonde. And she's got green eyes. You see, Chow,
Ciao.
is about another 4.5, 5 foot tall, on the taller end of on the shorter end of human. Pretty short for a human. You see he's got a nice hammer strapped to his back and a giant shield that he has on his arm. And then Umbrick, she is going to be like a 4'5" dwarf. Very, very dirty orange hair and deep green eyes as well. She pretty stout, not as muscular as some of like the other dwarves that you have met, whether it's in Pandashali, but you see that she is currently up in the crow's nest. See, she's kind of, you can kind of infer that she's kind of like the navigator of, like the main navigator during the day. But yeah, that is the crew. They all greet you and shake your hand as you see there are boxes being loaded onto the ship. As Lord Carvin comes up to all of you and yeah, so those are the last boxes needed to hopefully set up the communication channel over there in Gelbank. As long as we get all those parts there safely, then we should be able to establish communication and be able to talk on a more regular basis than just when you guys come back to shore.
Better than a rock.
Way better than a rock, yes.
I think I did a good
Rocks are
job with
confusing.
communicating on the rock.
This is your Captain Douglas.
Still 20 words.
Douglas kind of takes care of the ship during the day, and his Vice Captain Jerome takes care of the ship during the night. They kind of take care of everything from here, so I'll let them kind of explain that. But of course, let us know once you arrive safely. He looks over to Douglas, and then once we have a communication established, do reach out and give us a call. As for you, Remnants, a lot of threads leading here, a lot of things that we are unsure of how it's going to end. Whatever they are planning there has been in motion for the last month. We don't know how far in their plan they have gotten, but hopefully we can get you there in time to stop it. We won't be able to provide much for assistance here on our end, but we wish you the best. Even though it is spring now, it will still be pretty cold there. So don't, if you got used to this weather, don't. And especially for you, Maelthorin, Dubbager, a trip back home might bring back some unpleasant things. Take care. Your party will help you. As I have seen multiple times in your teamwork. Especially for you, Maelthorin. With your connections there in the mountain, I assure you that your trip home is going to be quite interesting. Good luck, and may her body absolutely get obliterated in front of your magic.
Obliterate.
I just shake my head and turn, and we start going over. Well, I'm just following. I'm not saying anything. I'm just acknowledging and moving.
And you see now,
Honest.
Lord Carvin turns to the crowd. Today we see off our heroes to Gelbank, our champions of the winter tournament, along with our normal crew of trusted sailors and very, very strong combatants themselves, to seek out a future in the land not fully discovered. Maelthorin, with his magic, shall incinerate the enemy forces. Saren, with his divine connection, will keep his party alive, as well as provide buffs and damage necessary to bring down his foes. Sabas, with his newfound connection, will use his divine connection to smite down all who stand in his way. Dubbager, lurking in the shadows, he'll get them without them even knowing. And Balasar, his aim true, will strike down those who laid waste to his land all too long ago. And you see the crowd erupts in cheers for you. As you guys board the ship, and you see Douglas walk up to the wheel, and he goes, "All right, you fuckers, setting sail, drop the sails." And you see that they all drop the sails, the anchor raises, and you guys take off.
Doesn't sound like a Douglas.
And after you guys set off, he kind of sets the wheel to go in a straight path, and Douglas approaches you guys. Sorry about that. When I yell, my voice does get a little raspy.
Don't be
That's
sorry.
all right.
It's kind
Needed
of cool.
to put on a show for the people.
Gangster as fuck.
All right, so here's how it plays out. There's 12 of us, so there'll be 6 during the day and 6 during the night. I will be during the day, and Jerome here is during the night. He's the night captain, I am the day captain. You guys may stay together, or you may split up between the night and day, whatever works best for you. We kind of just leave that to the rest of you to figure out. Every part of my crew can work day or night. We've been doing this for quite some time. So you let us know what works for you, and we'll fit you in. We got a long journey ahead of us. Hopefully no struggles. And hopefully we can get to Gilbank and figure out what the hell is going on. It's a pleasure to have you aboard. And hope you find this place to be a good place to call a home, even for the next couple of weeks. Welcome to the Explorer.
The
Thank you.
Explorer.
Your mention of it, and my eyes being able to see better at night, probably be better if I help out at nighttime.
I'd rather do night as well.
I don't have to sleep for the entire night.
I don't see that well at night. Does the ship have much nightlight to it?
He kind of like points around, and you see that there are some lanterns around the ship. We normally just use the sky, the moonlight, the starlight, for most far-seeing things. Normally during the night, unless it's clear waters, we don't move around too much. If we have clear seas at night, we do move, but if there's any possibility of the sea getting rough, we normally just lay anchor for the night. So it's just mainly a watch. But on the way back, we were able to spend most of the time traveling through night, so hopefully we can get through the same way, so we can get there a little bit faster. Okay, so joining Maelthorin, Dubbager, and Sabas at night will be Goblin, Jerome, and Chowl. which makes the day team Balasar, Saren, Douglas, Nico, Flown, and Umbric. We have one roll during the day, one roll during the night. I made up a little chart here, depending on what you roll, depends on the outcome of the day. You could have something good happen, could have nothing happen, could have something bad happen, and you can have something extremely bad happen.
Oh,
Extremely.
Why can't there be something? Can I ask? Why can't there be something extremely good happen? Like, why does it always be like extremely good? You know what I'm saying? It's either good or it sucks. You know?
Yeah. Well, see,
Or it
so,
really
Yeah.
sucks.
so the good things are you get a good day, you get some extra travel in a day, you know. Bad thing is like, you get pushed back a day because weather sucks. Extremely bad is you're getting attacked by a sea creature or a storm so bad that your ship might drown.
Boat
Right.
go.
So you have to have that distinction because I don't want to like you guys have a bad day and end up making it a worse day. So you have to have a distinction between bad and super bad.
fair.
I don't like it here anymore.
Super
DM,
bad
I
as
just
the
have one
Kraken
question.
comes.
If like the Kraken
Nope.
comes in
The Kraken.
night,
What?
can we wake up the rest of the party, or is it like one of those things where like the party ain't gonna wake up because they're still snoring really hard? I just gotta ask.
So
Cracking up a cold one with the
you
boys.
guys, before we do our first roll and before we get into the sea travel, you guys do get a tour.
Damn.
Yep.
Why is where we sleep and eat so shitty?
It's a
What are you
boat.
talking about? Those are hammocks, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but look at
they're
the
hammocks.
floor. It looks like it's been ripped up and torn apart. Like people are like going crazy down there, getting freaking.
Do
They're
you
getting
see any
scurvy
water
down
in the
there, going
boat?
crazy.
It's an old boat,
It
man.
works.
They're going crazy. They're getting scurvy down there. But yeah, the top of the boat looks amazing. It literally looks like anyone's car. Like literally, the outside of it looks immaculate. You open it up and just McDonald's can or McDonald's bags is full out of
McDonald's can. Hey, yo, you got the exclusive can?
Yeah, you don't have those cans, bro?
Hey,
Loser.
nice cans.
Yep.
Nice
So you guys head down into the boat there. You go down the stairs. You see there's the goblin is setting up his couple sacks and setting them on top of the barrels in the bottom right there. And you guys move up, go through that door. There's another like little section with a lot of storage. And then you open up the door and you see that there are hammocks for the people who aren't currently working. You have a table. As for like the cooking stuff, I mean, they do some stuff. Obviously, no fire. You can't like, but like some people have means to like use a little bit of fire just like from their hand to like cook some food or whatnot. And you see, with the way that things are in this time period in this world, there are no cannons, but you do see there are a couple of ballistas up on the deck there.
Interesting.
Are these lanterns that are glowing next to them?
Yes, those are lanterns. There are a couple more. I just didn't put all of them on the ship. And then you see from the left and right of the wheel on each side there. I don't know if you can see it too well without zooming in, but there is like a scope on each end of the boat as well for like, you know, looking out into the distance. Yeah, this will be your living quarters for the next 2 weeks. And as they give you the tour, they point out that right next to the door that goes down here, there is just like an entire, like a big slab of just a different colored wood. And he takes you all down there and he's like, wait here. And he walks back up and you just hear a kung, ding, 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 ding. They have a bell warning system to wake up anybody who is in the ship at any time of a breach.
Neat.
Okay, that'll be in handy.
And you guys do
Yeah.
see that there are inside underneath the deck there, you see that there are 4 different spots that have like a chunk of wood on hinge. That way you can, go to the bathroom and see out into the water from down there. But yeah, that is the Explorer.
Awesome.
So,
I'm excited about these hammocks.
day shift, Balasar, Saren. Who's gonna roll first on day 1? The first roll. We're probably gonna do a few nights of travel here before we end off session.
Just
I'll
a
do
base 20 roll.
Just a base 20 roll.
Go roll it.
I'll do it.
Well,
Well, a 5 is not extremely bad.
Oh, whew.
oh, good.
Woo!
Didn't roll 1.
But right away, as you guys set sail,
The night is young.
you guys get a couple hours out, and you actually come across a storm. Winds start picking up a bit.
Baller.
But, after a couple of hours, it kind of dies off, but it does push you back about half a day.
So, do we know how to batten down hatches if we need to?
Yes, they give you a very rigorous rundown of what to do in case things need to stop.
Okay. So we're like tying ropes onto things, and we're okay.
Yeah, give me everyone just, or I guess you two first. Give me just a dex check to see how well your knots are.
Pretty naughty.
It's not great.
Yeah, you see they're like,
look at the piece of rope and just going.
We'll have to work on that.
I got my arm like in the rope.
Very good.
But I
using
could.
rope and using rope on a ship, completely different things. We get it. And
Thank
they'll
you
kind of help
for
you
that.
out. And...
When the winds are howling, it's a little intimidating.
See that? Night shift, Maelthorin, Dubbager, and Sabas. Who's the first one to make a D20 roll here?
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
We'll do it to it. Oh, Dubbager beat you to it.
Shit.
I bet you to it.
Okay, he beat me to it.
Baby, do it.
Got 18.
All right. So, the saying, after the storm comes the rainbows. You guys have an absolutely beautiful day out on sea, or a beautiful night out on sea. The breeze is just right. It's that crisp early spring weather. And Jerome is just like, this is a perfect first night to start off the journey. We're going. As you guys make a little bit of extra progress. So go ahead and Balasar, roll me a d20.
20. Ooh.
4.
I should have blessed this.
That wouldn't have helped with this. This is just a flat d20 roll. Well,
It's just very bright out, and I didn't bring my sunglasses, okay?
you know what? I didn't think we'd get to the extremely bad chart this early.
What?
Roll me a d6.
By 1 digit?
Did
Uh-oh.
You picked the wrong people to be on day shift.
Ooh, that's either really good or really bad.
Okay.
I think we're all getting up, bros.
So, the second day, you guys head out, and another huge storm comes in. The wind is a lot heavier than last time. There is thunder. There is lightning. You actually at one point, like, the boat kind of tilts a bit and readjusts itself as a wave comes crashing into it. So we are going to go into a little fun thing here where we are going to have to do checks to see if you guys can weather the storm.
Oh boy.
So
boy.
you guys tell me what you think that you would do to help get the boat through this storm, and I will make with that information I will make a roll and a DC. Anyways, the boat's in danger. You guys might crash. What are you doing?
Sorry.
I got a question. What time of day would it be? Would we already be in the hammock sleeping, or would we
You
still
guys
be
you
wandering?
guys are asleep during this.
Okay, so we're just rocking back and forth, sleeping.
Fucking wee snon over there.
That's what the hammocks alleviate any tilting like that, so you guys can get a good rest. So
It's like a chicken. Always just
I'm
stable.
fucking yeah. We're just sleeping as we're just.
so
Can I roll for athletics as I'm grabbing the ropes that are just flailing and trying to pull the sails in the right direction?
I like that. Give me an athletics.
Giving you an athletics. How's it 22?
Nice. Not better than your last two rolls.
Very
Can I
well.
Captain America?
You're Captain
ropes?
American these ropes.
Ah.
As you kind of you're kind of doing the back sail as you see Flown up ahead doing the same thing to the ones like up there. As she looks back, she's like, very impressive.
As I'm fucking like.
Yep, she's doing the same thing you, so I'm gonna make her roll in athletics as well. Try to help with this sail. Very well, very well. She holds on, and you just see like the veins in her muscle just going boom, boom, and she's like holding on like pretty stern. So that's 2 successes through this storm. What would Saren be doing in this moment?
Oh, I get to do it too? I was like, I don't get to do anything because I messed up that first roll.
No, you are a part of this.
Hey, you and me, brother, we both sinking with this ship, okay?
Oh boy. I want to believe that Saren probably is, since he's skilled at surviving thanks to his family, I think that he would be able to sort of pick out the people who know what they're doing and sort of learn on the fly. So like he sees that people are moving the loose stuff into a place where they won't lose it, right? He sees that the ropes are being handled great. Love the muscly people handling the ropes. Maybe he can use his elf eyes to perceive if the storm is breaking in a certain direction. Like maybe I can go up to the cockpit and sort of shout down direction.
Absolutely. Give me a survival.
I like it.
I will try. Oh boy.
Okay.
Better than a 5.
It's better than a 5.
You rush out and you just kind of like peer around. You're looking and go ahead, instead of having them roll themselves, give it to me with advantage, because as you're kind of looking out and about, you see that Umbric is up in the crow's nest, also looking out and about, and will assist you. Exactly what you needed.
I might have to roll real die.
So, yeah, you look out and you see the clouds kind of parting a little bit to your right, and you and Umbric at the same time shout it out as Douglas kind of like shifts the wheel and you guys start heading towards that direction. And we will have okay, Nico is going. He's the only person who hasn't done anything yet other than Douglas, but he's manning the ship. Yeah, so you see Nico going and grabbing all the loose stuff and getting it all tied up, and actually as you are looking out into the parted clouds, Saren, a huge wave crashes into the boat as you lose your balance and start to tip over as Nico comes and just clasps you on your arm and brings you up and ties a rope around you and ties it to the ship.
Oh boy.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm from the forest. I need my sea legs.
You're doing just fine.
Hey, what are boats made out of? They gotta get
My
that wood from
goodness,
trees, my boy.
wood.
You're surrounded by trees.
My brain's
Never thought of it
expanding.
that way.
You've been around trees your whole life. Come on.
You guys very swiftly catch on to the ways of the ship and steer it out of this storm with no failures on this first big storm of the trip.
Saren, we're gonna sleep good tonight.
Oh yeah. I might sleep for 5 hours.
And because
Still
of
gonna
that,
listen to the song.
because of no failures, you guys do not lose out on any progress throughout the day. Night 2, we had Dubbager rolled the first one, so Maelthorin or Sabas.
I'm not rolling. I read my future. It don't look good for me.
All right, Maelthorin, give me a d20 roll. 13. It's a normal night. It's not as good as last night. But you know, it's a little bit windier. It's a little bit chillier. As you guys are on the sea, but other than that, it's just a normal night. With the extra time that you have been able to get on the sea so far, you guys are making good headway over to Gilbank. But we'll go to the day. Now, since both of you have rolled, I can either have one of the NPCs roll or one of you can roll again.
We should let the lady roll.
All right. Let's see what the dice say. It is a normal day, is what that says.
Wow.
Just a normal, plain ass, you know, you don't get too much progress because it's not a super windy day, so you just kind of like move it along at a normal speed. But compared to yesterday, you guys are having a great time.
Oh, good.
Good.
And
Good.
back to the night shift. The only person who hasn't rolled yet, Sabas.
I'm sorry if I fucked this shit up for us.
D20
Oh.
roll.
I'm the fucking greatest there ever was.
Ooh, a 20, not a 20. You guys make great progress throughout the night here. To the point where now, instead of just being right on schedule, you guys are actually going a little bit ahead of schedule, as this is only getting into the 4th day of this trip, and you guys have roughly about 5 days of travel already under your belt. But as we pick up on the next day, you guys, Balasar and Saren, get up and have their breakfast and get ready for the next day of adventure as you guys trade off your shifts and get ready for the rest of the journey to come. We are going to end off there and finish the rest of this boat ride and the introduction of Gilbank next time. Few days out to sea already, and we are just about 10 days away from the land that is Gilbank. So everyone has a good refresher. During the day, we have Balasar, Douglas, Saren, Nico, Flan, and Umbric. And our night crew, Maelthorin, Dubbager, Sabas, Goblin, Jerome, and Chwal. Or Chal. Guys? What the fuck is that? Go ahead, give me a d6 roll, as we have now gone to the extremely bad chart.